Probably you have heard or see about the guy who, well, is beginning on self-improvement and is trying a lot of stuff, a lot of new activities, and maybe they are publishing like their new adventures on their social media, and therefore I don't know, it's like a crazy thing, okay, where you see and think, okay, this guy is very polyfast, and while at the beginning this makes sound very well, actually to the long run it just makes you to suck at everything in spite of knowing, well, everything, no, in theory. So is this a problem? Yes, it is. And actually it is recognized as the fear of closing the doors bias, which is just like getting yourself too open to new opportunities. So let's say, for example, no, for now I am just focusing on this personal channel, okay, and Cypher or Sex. I know this sounds very weird, okay, but I already established, I already sounds very weird, okay, but I just noticed it these days after 2 years. So the thing is, if for example I would focus on more business, okay, this could be just a mess up. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have hobbies, okay, or just spend your leisure time on other stuff, okay, but it means that you should focus on some stuff. And do not worry, this process of discovering new things and new corners is something very normal, very natural for someone who is starting on their self-improvement path. But the idea is, with consistency and getting into new aspects, to have some exact point to say, I will stop looking to the new and establish some consistency. Hello, I am Fabrizio Machado, and today we're going to talk about this problem, its origin, how to confront it with a system that will work, okay, but do not have too many expectations about working on too many things at once, okay. But so first, why does this happen? Okay, what is the origin of fearing just not to be too polyfaceted? Okay, this personality or way to be, okay, is getting very popular. I heard from many adults, okay, to say that this generation or this youth is becoming very polyfaceted, okay, and etc, 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 especially on Gen Z. But it doesn't mean that it is not on our genes or on our primal mindset. Actually it is just being manifested on other ways, just like I mentioned on the Atlas Shrugged summary, which you have over here. There were many characters on the past who, in spite of belonging to a world who was simpler, they were the exceptional cases by focusing not on that many aspects, okay, that we have today, but being a kind of polyfaceted. Actually, Marcus Aurelius recommends us not to be that much polyfaceted. We're just getting kinda a part of your purpose, but we're just going to manage this. So picture out on your mind that we, okay, as animals are very neutral on the physical aspect. Without considering our intelligence, we are physically neutral. We are not the fastest ones, we are not the best swimmers, tallest animals also, or the smallest animals, or even, yes, I had this curiosity to see what animals have the most pregnancy time, and humans have 9 months approximately, elephants have like 2 years, and there is an animal called a striped-faced dunard, okay, who has 11 days. And because of that, actually, we can just leverage this. We are centered, okay, on the abilities, and we can actually, by other intelligence, just focus on those that we want to get better at. But because there are many, and we know that our time is valuable, and mastering is very related with happiness, it would be just better this dedication to soul. Okay, but why this fear in spite of knowing it? Well, I want to divide it into 2 cases, supposedly on our primal jungle near to that always environment. Number 1, surviving as a lone wolf. For example, if we stop focusing on getting too many skills, obviously we are missing out some abilities that can help us to our survival. And our modern equivalent would be just, I don't know, having this just in case approach, okay, to get a job or to collaborate on some networking case, which as teen, I was obviously hearing that. I am basically just with this intention of developing this channel and ciphers, okay? And the number 2 would be survival in a group, okay? So if you abandon your too many skills approach, for example, you may not be liked by everyone or not being useful, okay, to remain part of the group. And the modern equivalent would be just, I don't know, overcommitted to please people and just get apart and get along. Now, next corner. What are our current influences to want to get too many skills to grow and those stuff? Okay, well, I think that this is becoming very popular on millennials and Gen Z individuals because of early influences. This is mostly related with our behaviors, so do not get surprised by that. By these early ones, I refer to just entertainment, okay? That's as kids we've been exposed to. Just for having an example, products like Pokemon and Ben 10 have in common. In spite of not knowing at all of them, you can just realize that just these exemplars have many characters, many species, many individuals with different abilities, with different classes, with different powers, with different types. I don't know what else here. Like your 18 Pokemon types. Okay, currently I guess there are 1,000 Pokemon, etc. and abilities, and Ben 10 it has like more than 140 species or transformation, including the ultimates and you get. Similarly, on the current stages, okay, we are grown and we have other interests, okay, we still have this mindset of the challenge, okay, which at the beginning started from YouTubers who experimented, okay, with crazy videos and ideas about, I don't know, 24 hours on the White House or 24 hours on a cave.
Or surviving on the jungle, etc.
This became a really influence, okay, to get adapted on self-improvement and say, okay, 30 days meditating on, but okay, I try to take notes in 30 days, or I learn how to speak Chinese on 1 month. Okay, and by watching these videos, we think that this is real, and because these YouTubers actually, most of self-improvement are just YouTubers that try and try and try, and actually their work is to try. We shape our ideas about thinking that on every month we must change our new approach. Finally, we discovered the problem, okay, and the cause and understanding at all. So let's get a multi-skill system that actually works. And I learned this by watching Nelson Quest. He's a YouTuber, an entrepreneur that I admire a lot. Let's check how it does. So just to balance and continue to learn, I suggest to divide your life on 4 aspects of it principally, which is going to be the physical, the mental, the expressive, and the intellectual side. You've recently got some examples, okay, with images about how is that. Choose one activity, just one per area. If you're working on something, okay, just the 5 one will be your occupational side. That is all. So for example, okay, I have my physical, mental, expressive, and intellectual, okay, and because I am a programmer, okay, my intellectual, I still building it, but on my occupational side, I do other stuff. My programming learning time is my intellectual, and just ciphers, because it's like very important for me, I take it as my occupational side. You got it, okay? And if you are a student, just take it that also. So what you are going to do is to add every year, yes, think on years, think on long term, a new activity, which you can just develop as much as you can, and eventually to stop it, okay, because this is like not your main interest and you have other ones, and just because you wanted to try, you had this 1 year experience, which is very noticeable for you and so significant, okay, for your mind learning, and you can just apply it on other areas. Just as an example, on 2022, I learned English. On 2023, I learned Italian. On 2024, I learned French. And on 2025, I am getting onto Chinese learning. As I will be on to 2026, because I will be already a polyglot, okay, I don't I don't need to learn more languages, probably. Just I will get onto other activity. But for me, calisthenics, meditation, writing, and just programming are stuff that I enjoy, and I think that they will be kept onto my life for the. But I not stop trying other stuff. And actually, as you can see, English is basically applied almost all the time. I set other time blocks for Italian, for French, etc., and I am still practicing them. So it's just about how to introduce them naturally on your life. That 1 year training to get it as part of you. A personal reflection just would be sacrificing is not about losing, but actually investing.